Greetings, family. Greetings, 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 and welcome to the Art of Rising. As always, you know that the Art of Rising is about rising your consciousness and giving you the codes that you may need in your life. And this episode is talking about Nicholas Brooklyn and the wonderful expo that we had there. It was fascinating. And we have one of the players that we spoke with before. I'm just going to bring her on. April, the founder of Brooklyn Gold. Welcome
Hey,
back, sister. Welcome
we are
back.
back. So great to see you again.
I know.
1 week later, we meet again. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been 1 week, and I've talked with some of the other players that were there too, and they were like, "Man, I'm still getting over that event. It was amazing. It was
I feel the
crazy."
same way. I feel the
Mhm.
same way. And it's so funny because we were
Purely, purely
Mhm.
holistic. Let's get this out for
Yeah,
Monique too.
the
Purely
Purely
holistic
Holistic Soul
Soul
Expo.
Expo. Okay, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying that the last time we spoke, we were kind of talking about what it was going to be. And you said, oh, it's already great. It's already done. And it
Mm-hmm,
was all of those things and more. It
mm-hmm,
really
mm-hmm,
was
mm-hmm.
special. It really was
Yeah,
something special. So if
yeah,
you missed
yeah.
that one, I'm sure that there's more in store, but you definitely don't want to miss whatever's to come. So definitely follow and
Mm-hmm,
support what Monique of Nicholas Brooklyn is doing, Sister
mm-hmm,
Kafunya. It's
mm-hmm.
just awesome work, right?
Yep,
And
awesome
they
work.
pulled that
Like,
together in what, just a
oh,
month or something?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I put some events together too. I put many. It's a lot of work. I
Yeah.
mean, even just me showing up there, like the next day, I was so tired. I was so tired that when I slept, I was snoring. My family was telling me, "You, Daddy, you were snoring." I was like, "I never snore."
You gave everything. I mean, you deserve that snore, okay? You
Thank you, thank
gave
you.
everything. Oh my
Now,
goodness.
hold
Oh,
on. I said, hold on a second. I seen you over there doing your thing in the corner too. Now,
oh
that was
yeah. We were,
great.
and we
Lots of
it was just
people
so
coming
funny. We were
through.
like polar opposites too.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Just the yin and yang. Oh, I love
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you were doing your stuff over there in your location, I seen many people coming through, man. Tell me, what was it like? The people, because there was a lot of people. I don't know what the number is, but it had to be over 100 people came through those doors. Had to
Oh
be.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Had to be 150
Yeah,
people,
and
at least
remember,
something like
like
yeah.
they braved the elements and all kind of conditions to be there. It
Yeah.
was Super Bowl Sunday, so there were all things that could detract people from coming. It was downstairs, so it wasn't like you go right in and you see it. You had to actually be intentional about looking for this. So that was why it made it so much more amazing that so many people showed up. But yeah, it's
Tell us.
funny because I got there shortly before we were starting, maybe a half an hour before we were starting, but I knew I had a smaller setup, so it wouldn't take me that long. I was still kind of all over the place with it though. And I have samples. So as I shared, Brooklyn Golds, we do like introductory wellness products. Our most featured product is our elderberry syrup. That's our baby, and everyone loves it. Well, it's loved by many. Also make different herbal tea blends and some
I love
other
that.
wellness products, mainly for people that are kind of new to a more holistic lifestyle. So making it easy for people to understand, simplifying like the ingredients when possible so that people are able to, even if they want to kind of just venture out and do something on their own with the ingredients, they can. So really empowering people to take charge of their wellness. So with that being said, I had samples of the herbal tea, had samples of the elderberry syrup. And as I'm setting up, I'm still kind of like all over the place with my setup. A family comes and they were like, hey, you have tea? Can we try some? So I'm like, sure, yeah. So I had the tea that I had available was the lemongrass ginger mint, which is a fan favorite. It makes a great iced tea in the summertime. Ooh. And then I had the Breathe Better, which is really good for respiratory support. It has the mullein in it, elderberry echinacea, so a power pack. And then I had the
Mm.
elderberry syrup. So I let them try the samples of the tea, and they had a daughter with them. She might have been about 9. And so I offered her some and she enjoyed it as well. So then they went down the line to the elderberry syrup. I'm still setting up, still trying to label stuff. It's looking a mess over in my area to me. And they're like, well, can we try this? So I'm like, okay, sure. So I'm running back and forth. And then I know that the elderberry is well received when the kids like it, because kids and elders are two uh people that don't lie, two populations that don't, right. There's no
They give
filtering.
it to you straight. Yeah, the young ones, they just give it to you. The older ones, they don't care anymore. They're gonna give it to you. Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I know when they either like it or don't like it. I'm like, okay, I received that feedback. But I will say, in general, the feedback from the elders and the young people have been really positive. Sorry for my fridge if you hear it. So I let them sample the elderberry syrup. Mom and dad were kind of like, okay. And then the daughter samples it, and she said, can I have another one? And so I'm like, yeah, sure. So I gave her some more. Anyway, fast forward, dad buys bags of tea, elderberry. They were my first sale of the day. I gave them a free strainer for the tea. But they basically bought like something from, like, a product from each of the offerings that I had. And I was still setting up. But it was so beautiful to see a family that came, that were open. The father was asking me about the hibiscus blend tea, which is really good for blood pressure and it's good for the heart. And he kind of knew some things about it, so he was just like, yeah, I'm really interested in this. And so it was really special, because seeing a family that was intentional about their health, that stopped by, felt like I had something to offer that would be beneficial for them. When the little girl tried the elderberry, dad was sold. So it was just a win. And I loved just seeing the family dynamic, because, when the family is well, it's just an overall benefit to the nuclear family, their bigger family, the world. And it was just such a blessing to see. And that was like the first sale of the day. And it just continued from there. I had really great interactions with people. Yeah, great energy exchange.
Yep. Energetic exchange. Love it. I love
Mhm.
that, the way you put that, because I often say that too. It's just energy. That's all it is. People think it's this
Yeah.
other thing. That's just on the surface. But on the
Mhm.
deeper level, it's just energy that is going on there. And then
Mhm.
you're able to help people on a deeper
Yeah.
level too, which is life changing. So, you know, I
Mhm.
can only speak for myself that the elderberry that you've provided for me and my family, it's just amazing. And here it is. I want people to get a good look at that if they can. Oh, hold on. Yeah, maybe something like that for the visual effect.
Yes.
We have it, and as you can see, it's going down, sister. Come on now,
Oh,
let's go.
oh,
Gotta re up. I gotta re up.
okay. Yes. Well, I love
I
that you're
love
you're
it.
actually like savoring it, because some people they're done with it really quickly. So
I know, I know. Well, see, I take a number of different things, so I kind of
yes.
like
So you
I try to space it out. Like, some people,
yes.
oh, I take this, I
See.
take that, Shilajit. Yeah, like, me too, but it's a lot. So I
Yes.
try to space the
Yeah.
ginger shot, the
I loved it.
firecracker.
Oh,
Thank
I
you. That
loved
one,
it. I loved
every
it.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, if I actually put it in my freezer so I could take out, because I also do a lot of different things. So I can take out and put it in my tea. But
Yep.
and Brooklyn Gold
Mm-hmm.
also makes a ginger shot too. And I was like, oh, this one, okay, all
Yeah.
right.
It's
We might
good.
have
It's
to have
good.
a ginger shot taste off, because
Right.
yours is like powerful. I loved it. And it gave
Yeah.
me a really good
Mhm.
boost of energy at the end of the day. So thank you so much for that.
Of course, my pleasure. But I did want to say that, I'm not surprised that you've done a lot of business there at the Purely Holistic Soul Expo that
Mhm.
happened last February the 9th, that
Mhm.
people were, purchasing things from you, because the elderberry, I've tasted many, and it's fantastic. It tastes great. I mean, we even make our own too, but
Mhm.
we just haven't in a while. My wife
Mhm.
makes the elderberry, which I told you, and she puts it like in the kids' milk, right? Which is
Mhm.
almond milk. They don't drink animal milk,
Mhm.
but she puts a bit in that,
Mm.
and we take it like by the spoon.
Mhm.
But yours tastes amazing, So
Wow.
I did want to touch on that a bit, about the elderberry, and
Mhm.
elderberry, we spoke about that before, about some of the rich
Yeah.
history, right? So
Yes.
I feel that people are receiving this well, and it's sort of like knowledge, right? Because when you know something, then you're able to embrace it much better. Because if you don't
Yeah.
know, then you'd be like, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know elderberry. No, I'm good. See, but
Yeah.
let's try to educate them a little bit. And again, I can only speak for myself. So some of the things that I had learned about elderberry is that it has hollow branches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Harry Potter's wand came from elder, right? You know,
Wow.
yeah, it did. But
I didn't know that. I'm writing
oh
that
my
down.
God. Yeah, and then this is one of the very, very important things that I learned too about Hippocrates, right? He was the one who said, "Let food be thy medicine."
Mm.
Right? He was the philosopher, and he was big on health and trying to educate people. And they
Mm-hmm.
still look at some of his work, you know. And he's the one who gave elderberry the name the people's medicine chest, right?
Mm.
Because he felt that if you're going to grow anything in your garden, right, you should
Mm-hmm.
have the elderberry tree. Because he believed that you can cure any part of your body with any part of the elderberry tree. In fact, he wrote a
Wow.
book on elderberry, 170 pages just on the elderberry. So this is how
Wow.
important it was, and still is too. And in Europe, it was huge. It's just here in the
Mm-hmm.
States they haven't really, marketed it well and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
you're helping to change the face of that, right? So for the
Wow.
people who don't know and would like to learn a little bit about that, I did get some pictures for the visual aspect of it. That way people can see what we're talking about here. So here it
And just
is.
to go back to the Harry Potter point that you made, which I
Hmm.
didn't know, but I've heard so many things about elderberry and elder and its magical properties. So just to hear that it was used as the wand is so
Yeah.
fascinating to me.
Mhm, mhm,
The
mhm,
Hippocrates, I definitely have to look into that as well.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm,
yeah,
yeah,
just I'm
mhm.
learning things about it all the time. I thought I turned
Yeah,
off my alarm, so my
that's
apologies.
fine, that's fine.
I'm learning things about it all the time. One thing
Mhm,
that so that's a beautiful picture of the elder flower, and the
mhm,
flower smells so beautiful. It just smells pretty. When I if
mhm,
you might have seen a video that I have on Instagram, I'm like, it just smells pretty. Like it smells like it's
mhm,
pretty.
mhm,
And
yeah,
the flower is really important too. A lot of people make elderflower liqueur. There's tea you can make out of it. It also has beneficial properties as well. And this is just a beautiful sign of knowing that the elderberry is coming. I also love it like for that reason too, because it's preparing us for the next phase of the elder trees journey.
mhm,
And so we
mhm,
would usually see this elderflower, I would say May, June. Maybe you might start, depending on the region, you might start seeing some things in April. When I was in Louisiana, I was there like in April and in October, and I was able to see just the pace of how the elderberry tree moved as opposed to being here in New York. But you're right.
mhm,
In Europe, this is really, really common. I've been at events and I've met people that were from like Eastern European countries, and they told me about how they've used elderberry for years and just all of the
mhm,
beneficial properties to it and just the ways they've used it. And here we don't really hear that much about it. I mean, now I think that it's becoming a little bit more commercial in some ways because the big business brands are learning about the benefits, so they're like, let's tag on the name elderberry to this, and
mhm,
it's more sounding more attractive. But yeah, they've been using it for years. Like they really know about the benefits. Birds love elderberry. I have videos
mhm,
of the
mhm,
birds. Like, so if you're trying to harvest elderberry, or ask the plant for permission for some of it, you might be
mhm.
competing with the birds. I'll just let you know that too. They appreciate the benefits.
Yeah, because they do love the berries of it,
They
right?
do.
Yep.
Hmm.
So here I have another picture for some visuals of people when they see
So
them,
rich,
because
right?
I've seen this growing right outside my house, right here in the
Yes.
front of my house. And I was like, what are those,
Wow.
man? Are those poisonous? Because some berries only the birds can eat. Humans cannot
Yes.
consume them. So you should
Yeah.
be
And so
careful.
I think that's why it's also important to follow the life cycle of these like trees and plants so you can see, so you know that if you're seeing the flowering, chances are when you see this, it is an elderberry tree. Also, the leaves too will kind of
Hmm.
indicate, what kind of flower
Yeah.
plant it is. But yeah, you'll see like that drooping down of the berries,
Right.
but the
Hmm.
richness and color is just so gorgeous.
Oh,
A
it's
lot of
gorgeous.
times you'll see the color become even more rich around, I would say, like August, in some places September.
Right.
But yeah, July is when you'll really start to see this happening. And then
Right.
also, if you look at the stems,
Hmm.
so in like June, July, as the berries are starting to form, they're going to be green and the stems are green. But once the stems start changing to that rich, like magenta, that rich purple, that's when you know, like, oh, it's about to be on. So
Right.
it's
Right.
just,
Yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
watching this process. It's so
Yeah. I
fun to.
know. It is. It's fascinating, and just in things that we don't know, because we always go to the store or we wait for the doctor to give us like all of these
Yeah.
packaging type of factory, cold, distant stuff. But when you get back to nature with
Mm,
the elderberry, I also learned that those leaves that you see right there too, you can make a tea from them also,
yeah.
And then you spoke about the richness of the color. People used to use that. The native people, the indigenous people of the land, would use the elderberry for a dye to color their fabrics and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
super powerful.
Yes.
Many, many, many uses on the
Many uses.
elderberry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that as well. And I also find it interesting because when I'm working with the elderberry, it might stain something, but the stain goes away. So that is something that I've
Hmm.
known that I've noticed that's really cool is that, oh
Hmm.
wow, like this wiped up and it didn't really like stain really hard. I mean, unless you keep it for a few days, but it cleans up
Right.
pretty nice. So yeah.
Yeah, it does. And then it also has some of those histories where they said, oh, well, people who worked with medicines, they were witches, right? So like the we spoke about that another time too. Like,
Yeah.
years and years
And
and hundreds of years
protection.
ago, yeah, if they caught
Mhm.
a woman doing some tea like with elderberry, oh no, they got you. They
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it was just
but I've
terrible.
also seen, and I have to actually go more into learn a little bit more about like the history on that end, but how it's beneficial. So they've used it in those ways, but to actually like benefit and protect people
Yeah.
as well. So
Of course, yeah, exactly. Because I've learned that too. That it
mhm.
would protect you against lightning, and it would protect you
Mm,
against sicknesses too.
yeah.
So it
Wow.
has this negative side where people would
Hmm.
believe these false things. I
Yeah.
mean, but that's how humans are until they know, and that's what this is
Yes.
about. It's just so
Yeah.
that It's like for many years, people thought like, oh well, lightning, came and oh, it's from the god and they're punishing us. It was like, no, it's just the pressure of the hot and the cold combining in a scientific manner, so you can know that this is just the pressure of the planet, and this is what's
Hmm.
happening. And people know, they go, oh, okay, I could run to the
Yeah.
store. It's lightning. It's okay.
Yes, yeah. Really like that being informed part and sometimes having to experience it for ourselves. They say that you shouldn't eat elderberries raw because like I think it's high levels of cyanide and it can cause like stomach issues. Well, one day last summer, I was like, well, if I'm like really going to like learn this plant and learn this berry and learn, really embrace it and have a connection and a relationship with it, I'm going to try one berry. And so I did. And here I am. I'm still here. Now, I'm not advocating for other people to do that.
Right.
But I would just say that sometimes it's really like experiencing things for yourself and really like taking the initiative to really learn on your own, because then you might see, well, some of the things that I've learned, well, what's true based on what I've learned and what I've been fed based on what I'm,
Hmm.
or as opposed to what I'm actually seeking. So, yeah, I
Right.
think there's some of that too.
There's definitely, this thing about educating people and keeping them aware of some things. And that's what this is about. And also about the Purely Holistic Soul Expo. This is something that's going to continue.
Oh
Sister, you
yeah.
already know this is going to grow. Oh my God, it's
Oh,
growing. It's already grown. It's already done.
it's already grown.
So
I
it's
mean,
already
it
done.
was, and I shared a video that you were featured in quite a few times. I didn't get to get a lot of footage, and then I guess in proximity, you were really close to me. I mean, you're right across, so I had I had like the best seats in the house for the cold plunge, and that was we'll get on that, but so I didn't get to get a lot of footage of all the other vendors, and I usually try to do that at events, but I was actually so interested in what everyone was offering. And so I just brought out a couple of products, if that's okay to share.
Yes, please do.
You know, there was so much to learn there. I kind of didn't want to be a vendor. I wanted to really be a participant, a visitor, so that I could just like soak up all of the, right? Oh my goodness. So I could soak up all
everything.
Even in the hallway, I'm like, oh my gosh,
I know.
That. I gotta go to the bathroom and come back to the table.
Yeah, right. There was vendors everywhere, all in the hallway, all around. Like, oh my God.
Like this was a quality event. The food, I actually knew that sister from another job.
The one that was right next. You want the one that the sister that was serving the food?
Yes, and now she has a baby, a beautiful family. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she was
because there was a juice guy next to me, but then there was a food after that, right? And because the one who the sister with the brother, the first one there, they were serving food.
Her spirit
the mac and
was
cheese
beautiful
and
when I met her, and it was the same when I saw her, and I was like, it just felt good to buy from her. But it was great. It was vegan, plant-based nachos with the cheese was cashew nut.
Yeah.
So it was all good stuff for you.
I bought the food from the other sister more to the left.
I bought from her too with the salad thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good?
Had some, and I said, "What's this?" And she was like, "Oh, that's some cashew nut thing, man. Oh, you
wasn't like beautiful?"
I was like, "Go ahead." She poured it on. Oh man, I was like, it was so good, so flavorful. My mouth is watering right now. It was so good. The food was outstanding.
I bought from her too. She was like my dinner. And then the brother in the middle, I bought a juice from him. I bought a soursop from somebody. I mean, but a couple of things that I was able to like learn was, so Farmer Chris from Precious Metals Produce, he, oh goodness, like if you have a farm, he is your go-to person because he's masterclass level with the plant education and the soil education and the importance of the minerals and the metals that you're putting into your plant water and all kind of stuff. Some of it was a little bit advanced for me, but I'm like, you know what? Let me hold on to that, put it in a back pocket because I'm going to need it later. But what I did purchase from him and what I was able to receive a little bit easier was this Precious Metals Produce Nano Silver Vital Produce Wash. So this is what you wash your fruits and vegetables with. So it's got like colloidal silver and all other kinds of elements in it. There's some tea tree in there, like just some of the good stuff to clean it. So I used it to clean my blueberries. And I'm just going to use this and start cleaning like my fruits and vegetables with it. But I'm like,
goodness.
What? So you put it like, you put a little bit in a quart of water and you soak the vegetables and fruits like that.
Incredible. Huge shout out to the brother, because I know he was supporting us too with the ice plunge. He was like, go ahead, man. We had a nice conversation, but tell us his name again.
Well, his name is Farmer Chris, but his brand is Precious Metals Produce. And what I love, similar to you, is that it's a partnership, him and his wife, and I bought her detergent. Her detergent is, her brand is called Brooklyn Textiles. It's a laundry detergent, so it's all clean ingredients, and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm really excited to use this. But these were just a couple of things. I mean, audience, chat, whoever is listening, that's just, that doesn't even describe the magnitude.
There was so many. Oh, Dr. Mission, right? His name is Dowd, right? He's Dr. Mission, right? And he was the last brother that got in for 5 minutes, and it was just incredible. Yeah. His products are outstanding. This guy's no joke. No, he's for real. Check him out on Instagram, Dr. Mission. He has like over 66,000
Queen.
followers. Like
Yes.
he's in many stores. His
He's
product
at
is
Nicholas,
in
right? His stuff is in
his
Nicholas.
is at Nicholas. He's in different. And I said, "What? I'm in Jersey, man. I want to get my hands on some more stuff like that." He goes, "We got a spot right over there, up in East Orange." And he told me the name
Okay.
of it. I was like, "Wow!" And then I posted his stuff, and then I had some brothers, hit me back. Oh, they were like, "Oh no, Dr. Mission? No, no, he's no joke. Good stuff. Good
Wow. Because
product."
I
Oh,
wanted to
top-
actually get from him and talk to him. I didn't even get to meet him. But
mm.
yeah,
We did.
wow.
We did an energetic exchange, right? Because
I
not everything is
saw,
about money. So he
yeah,
was able to ice plunge, and then he gave me the colon cleanser.
that's what I wanted. The colon cleanser. And
Two,
then he
two,
also
two,
has
two
like a
to
special sea moss, right?
Yeah, he has a special sea moss with like a lot of different herbs in it. I was
I
like, "What? I'm
heard.
over here with my sea moss that we put elderberry in it,
Mm,
okay, and we put
mm.
Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon, not
Oh,
not the
yes.
not the cinnamon they sell you in the bodega. No, no,
Right,
don't go
right,
for that
right.
one. You got
Yeah.
to get the Ceylon, okay.
Okay.
But his had like about 8 or 15 different
Yeah.
herbs in it. Yeah, I was like, "What? Man, I got to
Yeah.
step up my game." But
Yeah.
I've seen some
Yeah.
of his
I saw that ice plunge video with you and him. Wow.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
afterwards, the work that you were doing, like just
Right.
like
The
the
heat,
energetic,
that's the
I,
heating up of the
the
body.
heating up.
Normally heat it up. Yeah, you want to keep moving the energy. It's just energy. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Your work
great.
was phenomenal. I was wondering if
Thank
people
you.
were going to get in. Admittedly, I'm like, it's cold, it's
Right.
black people. We don't really
Right.
that. And I mean, no, but
I
for
know.
real, I was
I
really kind
know.
of
I
like, is
know.
this going to
Yep.
happen? Because I knew I
Hmm.
wasn't getting in. Well, also I was
Yeah.
working, but I also was like, I wasn't ready for that at this
Right.
moment.
Yeah.
But
But
that first system,
April, this is
mhm,
the crazy thing is that ended up being the main event at the Purely Holistic Soul
yes, it
Expo.
did.
The ice
It
plunge was
was.
the main event. Why? Because then if we were not doing that, it would have just been a big place where you could buy a lot of stuff from people with some nice music playing in the background. That's it. It would
Hmm.
have been great too.
Yeah.
But the ice
Yeah.
plunge was like, oh,
But that
people
really
doing
brought
the
connected the
ice?
community.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
Oh my
connected the
goodness. We got
community.
such great feedback. People coming back and forward. Man, that was great, brother. When can we do it? Where you gonna be? Where you at? Like, I'm like, we're coming back here to Nicholas, Brooklyn. And they were like,
Mm,
what? Let's go.
wow.
So we're
I
gonna
love
arrange it
that
with
you brought
Monique.
that to the people, that you brought that to Brooklyn because I've never seen that. I've never experienced. I mean, I saw that in a spa. I experienced it, but it wasn't anything like what you were providing. Just like the healing, the way you talk people through, um, just how everyone the energy was
Thank
just
you.
very calm when people were going in. Even if you were on the other side, you knew like, okay, something's happening. Let
Yep.
me, really
Right.
just honor this moment.
Right.
Oh, it was so
Yep.
amazing. And the
It was
sister
great.
that went first, she actually bought from me and she was
Mhm.
talking to me about it. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, when I did it, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, when did you do it? And she's like, I was the first one. And I said, that was you, girl. I'm like, what? I was like, that was you. I
Yeah,
said, girl,
yeah,
I got video
yep,
of you, which I
yep,
sent her.
yep, yep,
Shout out to
yep,
Rhonda. If you're watching this,
yep.
girl,
Yeah,
you did that because you led
yeah,
the
yeah.
way.
Rhonda's
Come on,
no
sis,
joke. No,
in the way.
yep. People need to be watching her because that's how you live it, like that.
Oh my
Just do
gosh.
it. Just do
And
it.
she
She
was
was
so
like, yeah,
still. I couldn't believe how like
yep,
she told me she was just saying that, affirmations in her head and all types of things.
yeah,
But I'm like,
yeah,
you were
yeah. Because that's how
amazing.
I
And
coach
then
people through those things. I tell them, this is your time right now. Just when they're in the water like that and the mind is racing, I go, talk to God. This is your
mm,
time right here. I am
mm,
enough. I am powerful. I am eternal. I am
mm,
rich. I am of great health. I have
ooh,
access to unlimited resources. Like
ooh,
that. Those are affirmations. We need to speak those things. Speak your truth. Speak your power out into the universe. You can
wow.
do that. You don't have to wait for somebody to come and tell you these things. But
Mm,
it's in those situations when you're in the cold, doing something very, very difficult. That's when you
mm,
go, I am strong. I
yeah.
am powerful. Yes, I see myself.
Ooh,
Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda.
wow. And all of those people really embodied that, because whether they stayed in 30 seconds or 5 minutes, they did
Hmm.
something that
Hmm.
many people would never
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
And
they're
so
still
that
calling
just
me.
shows a lot
Mhm.
about their resolve, their dedication, their commitment, and like
Mm,
their connection
mm.
to spirit.
Most
It was
definitely.
beautiful to witness. It was beautiful to witness the sound healing with the, how do you say it, didgeridoo?
Didgeridoo, didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo. Yeah.
Yeah, you seen
Yeah,
the other
that
brother,
was
me and him were playing, right? His name is Evan. Evan.
Evan.
You
Shout
can
out to
find him
Evan.
on Instagram too. Yeah, he's got a website and everything. Evan,
Mm,
Evan. Yeah, he does the didgeridoo. See if I
yeah.
can find his
It was
information
a
real quick.
powerful moment.
Oh, the guy is incredible. Yeah, here we goes. Here we go. Stay connected. Evan Whirlwind. Evan Whirlwind.
Evan Whirlwind. Okay.
Yeah, you see, Evan
Yeah.
Whirlwind. You could
I mean,
find
it
him. He has
stopped
his own
everything. It
website.
was like, okay, I mean, you can't really talk over that sound. You can't, like, that's
Yeah,
you're focused
yeah,
on
we got
that.
on the mic and we did it. Yeah,
Mhm.
his didgeridoo was hollowed out by termites, and it's a
Ooh.
special wood. Yes, a special wood. So didgeridoo is a technological instrument.
Mm-hmm.
It's an instrument, but it's high technology. People just don't know. Like, but when you learn, you see that, just like in ancient Kemet, like these things were technological thing. There people, oh, that
Yes.
was cute. No, it's not cute. No, this is high level stuff. And the
Mm.
didgeridoo, as far as they could see, it comes from Australia, from the
Mm-hmm.
indigenous people there. They're the
Mm-hmm.
Aboriginal. They're the ones who
Mm-hmm.
belong in that land. That's their
Yeah.
place.
Yes.
And they would blow the didgeridoo. It makes this droning sound, right?
Yeah.
And they say with that vibration, the
Mm-hmm.
vibration, it brings you into the dream world. You see,
Oh,
it brings you into that state where we're like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. See, so it's technology. Yeah. Mhm.
wow.
Yeah.
Because it definitely did, like, calm things down. Like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
more
So,
meditative
yeah, for sure.
moment.
And then
Wow.
the DJ helped also. And
Oh,
big
yeah.
huge shout out also to DJ uh Shabazz.
Shabazz.
Hassan
Okay. Yes.
Shabazz.
DJ
DJ
Hassan Shabazz.
Hassan Shabazz. You
He
can
was my
find him on
neighbor. He
YouTube.
was my
He was your
neighbor.
neighbor.
Shout
You
out
guys were
to him.
together. Yeah. I'm still
Yes.
putting together some footage I'm gonna put together of some people, especially him DJing. But it was
Okay.
great. It was a great event. I'm so glad that we had this conversation, that we, educating the people and helping them
Yeah.
out, and and spreading the word about Nicholas, Brooklyn, with Monique and Kafunya and all of those, great, wonderful players that she has with her
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Strong,
Yeah.
strong. They've been there
I
50
mean, they're
years.
doing so, and I love that, they really were intentional about who, they brought together,
Yep. Yeah,
in,
yeah.
for
Oh, for
that
sure. They didn't
space.
just bring anybody. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
They checked you
The
out,
sister with the sauna, I didn't get to experience her. The sister
right?
in the corner that does the, like, fitness kind
The
of based
fitness.
on,
Yeah,
what's
yeah. We
going
had
on
her
there.
on the podcast too. I'm gonna get back at her too. Yeah,
Leah,
yeah.
right?
Leah.
Yes,
Huge
yes.
shout
Shout
out to
out to her. I
Leah.
didn't really
Oh
get to
my God,
connect
she was
with
doing
her, but
some serious,
I heard great
yes,
things.
consultation. She was doing some great, like, schooling people. Yeah, she's
My
a
brother
wellness
Cam, I
coach.
got the Axel. I hope I'm saying it right. The Axel radio massage.
Oh my God, did
Armu
you?
is his.
You see, I didn't do that, man. Look, we could talk
Oh,
for a
phenomenal.
few more hours. Huge shout out to Cam. We're gonna get him back on here too, and
Yes.
probably after
That
this.
massage needs to be part of your lifestyle, especially if you're
Yeah.
doing, like, work that you're doing, actually for anybody, but if you are doing work with your hands, any type of
Yeah.
healing work,
Hmm.
I say replenish with
Yeah.
massage. It
Yeah,
was,
because he
yeah.
doesn't he wasn't just doing massage, he's doing energy work.
It's energetic
It's
work, because I don't even know if he
energetic
used his
work.
hands, but he's using his elbows
Yeah.
and his, like,
Right.
forearm. And
Right.
there was something going
Exactly.
on in my neck, like he pinched the
Wow.
area and then did
Wow.
the shoulder. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing, amazing.
Yeah,
Kafunya, she was not a vendor because she was organizing, moving lots of many parts. And Kafunya, big shout out to Kafunya, Rebel
shout out to
Star.
her.
You can find her on Instagram.
Yeah,
But she's been to some of our events as the vendor. She's like our main
I've
vendor.
purchased her
Crystals
some
and all of
crystals from
that,
her.
necklaces, all of these things, right? And she
Mhm.
she schooled me one day. She said, I said, "Oh, you're gonna be, selling crystals." She was like, "I don't sell crystals. That's not what I do." She's like, I work with energy. I'm
Mm.
educating the people, and this is an energy thing that's going on here. So that's what I'm working with. I was like, all right, that's what's
Ooh.
up.
Ooh.
I was
Wow.
like, yeah,
That's
yeah,
deep
she's
and
real
that's
with it.
real.
Oh, she's deep. She's deep. Yeah, don't sleep on Sister Cafunia.
Yeah.
Everybody knows her, and rightfully so, because
Yes. And I
she
was
was
so,
educating the people.
huh?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No, go
during
ahead.
the ice plunge, you noticed that when people were in, she got them on the mic at one point, and then she started reading off all the benefits. She was
Yes.
reading the benefits of the ice plunge. I
Oh
was like,
gosh.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
I asked people that went after they went, I was like, well, how do you feel? What do you, and everybody felt lifted. They felt
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they felt warm, they felt lifted, they felt more
yeah.
energized. It was
Oh,
amazing. They even just looked different. They had a different
yeah.
like kind of glow to them,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
for sure. For sure. People were coming in because I'm a big, like greeting people and say, as soon as they come in, I tell them, welcome home. Welcome
Yeah.
home. They were looking at me like,
Your energy
welcome
was just like,
home.
because we've never met. And I just was like, I loved you automatically. Actually, I have a cousin named Omar. So I was just like, oh, I can't forget that name. But you were just
Uh,
great the way that you
thank
made
you.
people feel,
Thank you.
with
Thank
that
you.
and
That's
being in a
mhm.
safe space because that's people, that is not, it was
Thank
real
you.
ice that was in that
Right.
water and the
Right.
water was
hmm
already cold.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
some
I know.
people
Thank you. Thank you.
stopped and maybe got back in or some people
Right.
stopped like it was
Right.
it was
Yeah.
not easy. So if you see the
No.
people that were in there and they look calm and everything, I mean really shout them out if you know who they are, because that was not something easy to do. Like it really, you had to tap into something deeper, and Omar really helped them do that. And so I'm just, yeah, I was just, it was an honor. It was
Thank you.
beautiful to witness that.
Thank you.
And then also for me, I felt like I was in an elevated space of healing.
Mm.
Whereas I provide things that are, I wouldn't say basic, but maybe on a simpler level of, more on the holistic journey. But just to be in the, learning from Farmer Chris about these like nano particles. I mean, wait, what's it? Yeah, nano silver stuff that I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Mm,
Okay, let me go
mm,
and do some research. Learning from
yeah.
Cam, learning from you, learning from
Yeah.
Leah,
Mm,
learning from, I mean, just
yep. Yep. Yep.
every vendor that was there, even though I didn't
hmm
get to see Dr. Mission, but about what he had,
Yep.
the
Yep.
sisters, everybody, I just felt
Yep.
like,
The
yeah, it's
food.
like
You'd
an
be like, oh
elevated
man, I
consciousness,
don't, I don't have
rising.
to eat garbage. I could eat good food too. Like that tastes good and that's good for me. Oh man, it's crazy. Listen, we
Come
can
on.
talk for hours. Let's just leave it at that. Let's let people know. Don't miss the next one. Do yourself a favor
Yeah,
and
it's
don't
going to
don't
be
miss
a
the
big
next
one.
one.
So like I can
Don't miss
really
it.
see it growing
Don't.
into like
Don't. Yeah.
just the space that it needs to be in.
Be
Like
there.
it needs to be
Yes.
a well-established Brooklyn or New York City staple that, wow, the purely
Yes.
holistic soul expo is going. I
Yes.
was saying to Monique, like there used to be Black Expo, I think before um maybe before COVID, it was always at I think WBLS sponsored it. It was always at the
Right.
Javits Center.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that was a
Yep.
big event. You could get your
Yep.
hair
Yep.
products, your food,
Right.
everything.
Right.
I
Right.
see purely holistic soul expo on a level like that, but just all things wellness.
Yes. Yes. Speak it
Like
out
I
into
see
the
your
universe,
area,
sister.
the sauna area,
Thank
like,
you.
oh
Thank
gosh,
you. Oh yeah,
it's
listen, we're
gonna
gonna
be
be we're gonna do it right on a stage so everybody could
amazing.
see everyone. Like this is the main let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay. Let me put you backstage for a minute, close this up.
Okay.
I want to continue talking with you.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Oh, where can people find you? How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, if we're if this is for now, see you later. Then Brooklyn Golds, we are on Instagram. The Instagram is it's Brooklyn Gold, so ITS Brooklyn Gold. The website is itsbrooklyngold.com. And I do respond to messages. So if you have questions, feel free. I'm really open to sharing what I'm learning. I'm still on the learning journey, so I feel like um, my Brooklyn Goldies are learning with me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
thanks,
We're gonna
everyone.
find you.
This was
Of
great.
course. Okay, sister. One
Okay.
second. Put
Sure.
you in the back. Be right back. All right, guys, there you have it. Wow. It's Brooklyn Gold. ITS Brooklyn Gold. Find the elderberry and all other different products that the sister is putting together with love and care and with great intentions. And you could find her in Brooklyn, but you find it in the next place where she pops up, and you will see all the wonderful products she has, especially the elderberry. So thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.